Okay, guys, welcome to another Grubb Cast. I'm running a little bit behind tonight. Um Give me a thumbs up. Somebody can make sure somebody can hear me or something. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. If I can get a comment from somebody. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Can I get a comment now so I can see the comments? Grape water flavored. Rusty is what I'm drinking. Thank you, Rusty. I can always rely on Rusty. Guys, like I said, I'm running a little bit behind tonight. Actually, I didn't even get a package of baits out. We're just going to reach in here and grab that package right there. Oh, man. Hey, Misty. I reached in here and grabbed a package of baits out. Boy, if anybody's going down to Norman with me next week, you want to try to win these baits because they catch fish on Norman. I will be throwing this bait down on Norman next week, catching spots, hopefully. Tonight, I'm going to be giving away the 2.75 Ned Candy Shad. Candy Shad. I'll pull one out. Got a message today from John Welch. He got his baits in the mail, and he said them worms that he won last week will look amazing. So, and another thing, guys, I want to tell you too, because I messaged another guy. I was looking for some chewing gum in my truck, and I seen this package of baits. Make sure that wasn't garlic. Can't really see that bait probably real good, but it's got the candy like in it, and it's green pump or watermelonish with white on it. So that's a sharp looking bait. But anyhow, I was going through my truck looking for some chewing gum today, and down in my console part, there was a package of worms, and I'm like, wait a minute. I pulled them out, and I'm like, I think them are the ones that Travis Six won. So I called him, and he said, yeah. So guys, if you win a bait and you don't get it from me, remind me. I want to make sure everybody gets what they win. So I'm rocking, I don't know if you guys can see it, G-Man's shirt. It says, I love Jesus, but I do cuss because I fish. That's the truth. G-Man always hits it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Let's do a little bit tonight with our sponsors. I ain't got a whole lot of tournament information. I got a little bit, but not a lot. So, but our sponsors tonight, again, every night, every Monday night, is Fish Sticks Rods. Guys, man, if you ain't got one, and I keep saying this, if you ain't got a Fish Sticks rod, you're missing out. Travis, we fished a tournament Saturday together. I'll get into that a little bit. He was bragging on, hey, Carol, he was bragging on his Fish Sticks rod. Yesterday, I fished another tournament up to Allen Creek with Tabby Curry. She was bragging on her Fish Sticks rod. So, guys, just try one. Get with me and try one. I'm telling you, you're going to love the rod. I have not had anybody have any bad complaints about the rods. So, Fish Sticks rods. Hook and Donkeys. Guy, his plastic is one of a kind. Hey, Robert. Old Nestor. Like I said, this bait I'm giving away tonight is a bait that I will be using. Ronnie Williams. This bait works here on the High River. here on the lakes and definitely down on Lake Norman. Anywhere that you're fishing for, especially Kentucky spots, they'll eat this little bait. Sanborn Builders, if you need something painted, deck built, remodeled apartment, house, whatever, room built on, get a hold of Sanborn Builders. Ace Hardware, I was just down there today. I had a little bit of a problem with my tub leaking. I went down and got some parts at Ace Hardware. You can get anything from plumbing, electrical, heated vest. I'm getting ready to break my heated vest out. Probably use it this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Man, they got some nice Milwaukee heated vests down at Ace Hardware. Also, too, if you're in looking for dumpsters, they're even doing dumpsters now, roll-offs. You can go down to Ace Hardware and get you a roll-off dumpster. They'll deliver it out to your house at a very reasonable price. So then you got Hobbs Roofing up in Akron, Ohio. Yes, Misty, a lot of Milwaukee tools too. Yes, they do. They have a lot of Milwaukee tools at Ace Hardware. But Hobbs Roofing up in Akron, need some roofing done, get a hold of Hobbs Roofing. Pizza Stop. Guys, I've said it a couple times, and I believe next week is the first week of November. Yep, next week will be the first of November, the shows. And I will be doing some kind of bait. It'll be a different bait than I do for the hook and donkeys for the giveaway of the receipt of Pizza Stop. And I don't know what Monday night it'll be. Some Monday night I'll say this is the night I'm doing the thing. I'll show the bait next week, and then get out this next couple weeks. Get you something from Pizza Stop and save the receipt. Show me the receipt on the show, and you will win the prize. I recommend the chef salad. They have an amazing. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they even said, man, they have an amazing chef salad. Sanitation, Southern Ohio Sanitation. It's getting a little cold for outside parties or whatever, but there might be some wedding reception, stuff like that. If you need a porta-john or you need your septic tank taken care of. Yes, Rusty, they got a good Italian sub too. Get a hold of Southern Ohio Sanitation. He will take care of you. And last but not least, Williams & Son Construction. You need a house built, remodel, anything. Ron's the man. Ron Williams is, he supports our bass club. He supports me. Get out there and get a hold of him. He's busier than all get out, but reach out to him and tell him you want a house built or a building or whatever. Ron does a wonderful job. Okay, guys, now into the tournament results. Last Wednesday night at Fox Lake, that's an easy tournament result. 3 boats and none of us caught a keeper fish. We got one more Wednesday night at Fox Lake. Also, too, Gary Barnhouse has been calling club members that fished the Wednesday nights, and we've got the boat in. Our Wednesday Classic this year, and he's got the list of names of who's qualified. I think it's 12 or 13 qualified. Will be at Burr Oak, 8 a.m. Saturday morning. We'll start fishing, so get there early. Dock 4. And guys, from now until then, Burr Oak is off limits. Do not go and fish Burr Oak if you're planning on fishing Saturday the Classic. If we find out you're up there fishing it, you'll be DQ'd. So Burr Oak is off limits from now until Saturday for our Classic. And we're going to make it fair for everybody. We'll all show up Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. Fishing starts at 8, and we'll fish from 8 to 2 and have a good last of the year tournament. So anybody that's qualified that's got their 12 tournaments in for Wednesday nights, nobody can get in now. Everybody that's had a chance to get their tournaments in. Donnie Phillips can still, he's got one tournament left. So if he shows up this weekend or this Wednesday, he's in. And he said he's going to be there. So, okay. Saturday, me and Travis 6. I've been wanting to fish out of his Skeeter boat. And I got a hold of him. I said, hey, let's go down and fish the Rio Grande benefit tournament. So me and Travis went down Saturday. They had a wonderful turnout, guys. 57 boats showed up for that tournament for the High River. That was an amazing tournament. And Rio Grande team, Tom Sutton and the team done an amazing job. That was a great tournament. Weigh-in went smooth. Everything was run very well. So, they paid 9 places. Well, we'll go ahead and first with big bass of the tournament was Matthew Caldwell and Jack Caldwell. It was a 4.42 smallmouth. And that was big bass of the tournament. 9th place was Postaway and Price with 7.9. 8th place was Redmond and Strickland with 8.21. 7th place was Cochran and Cochran with 8.30. 6th place was Davison and Musser with 8.57. 8.56, my bad. 8.56. 5th place was Justice and Moore with 9.4. 4th place was Bowman and Ederman with 9.47. 3rd place was Skatchitz and Wiesner with 10.05. 2nd place was the Hammer Tony Wall and Ziegler with 10.42. And 1st place was McCoy and Gawley with 10.51. Guys, that was pretty good turnout. Pretty good weights for 57 boats. We ended up, I think, with three fish with 3 something. We didn't have much at all, but me and Travis had a fun day. We had a really good time. I really enjoyed myself. I sat in the passenger seat of the boat, and I tell you what, that Skeeter, that was a good ride. There's old Kenny Workman. But that Skeeter, it was a good ride. So Kevin, if you're on here, I'm going to be getting a hold of you. We're going to be doing some talking. Chris Dyer says Gallipolis Pot Tournament every Sunday, 1 to 5:30, $40 a boat. And he says they're going to have them until the ice is on. Chris, 1 to 5, they don't give you much time to run to Cold Grove. An hour. That's 2 hours of fishing you lose. You only get to fish for, 2.5 hours. Well, no, we got half hour locking, so you only get about 2 hours. So anybody wants to fish some Sunday tournaments? Hey, Tracy. There's my Maryland girl. If you want to fish a tournament on Sunday, from now until the ice freezes, down at Gallipolis, 1 to 5:30. Sunday, they had a tournament up to Allen Creek that the nation, Bass Nation, put on, the youth Bass Nation. Uh, very well run tournament. Wasn't a good turnout, but I didn't know nothing about it until just a week ago. I guess they've been doing it for, this is their 5th year. So, guys, next year, think about the last Sunday in October. Every year they have a his and her tournament at Allen Creek, and they fish from 9 to 3. So it's, and it's more of a fun tournament. We had a good time. They had hamburgers afterwards. Had a little cookout for us. It was a little cold. It was a little cool day, but the first run was really cold. But me and Tabby Curry fished it, and we ended up winning it. We had 8.96 in our 5 fish. We was the only boat to come in with a limit. Tabitha, she got to catch her first ever spinnerbait fish. We got in the truck in the morning. She said, "I hate spinnerbait fishing." I said, "Well, they're probably going to be on a spinnerbait today, and if they are, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to have a long day." And she ended up tying one on, and she caught her first spinnerbait fish. So, and she put the first keeper in the boat. We had 7 keepers Sunday. So we had a fun time on the lake. First time me and her got to fish probably in, I think it's been 5 years. We fished a regional tournament down in White Oak. We drawed each other. She was my co-angler in the regional tournament down at White Oak. Oh, and then we did fish the Detroit River. We practiced on the Detroit River, I think 4 years ago. So, but yeah, we had a good time catching up with old times, and it was even better when we ended up, getting a little bit of money. Got a little lunch money. That's about all the tournaments. And guys, there's more tournaments going on, I'm sure. If you know of any and you want me to talk about them, I will. If you give me results, Chris, if you'll send me results of the tournaments on Sunday down at the river, I'll give them on here if you'll text them to me. I'm going to probably try to get a speaker on next week. I don't know exactly who yet. I'm still in the works with that. But I'll try to get a speaker on here, and we'll spend about 20 minutes of talking and stuff, and then I'm gonna start trying to each week have a guest on. So anybody wants to have be on here and talk about fishing, get with me. I can send you a link and I can add you. Rusty, I don't know if you'll ruin my views. You'll want to talk about sauger fishing. He's been catching some good sauger. Actually, he's got me talked in that we're going to go try to catch some of this before the ice gets on. We're going to try to catch some sauger. I'd like to have some sauger to cook. I don't know if I've ever ate any sauger. I usually get into crappie fishing about this time of year, but my crappie lake, they got me shut out of it. Lake Snowden, I used to really like going out there with that 3-letter word that's bad, FFS, and crappie fish with it. It's a lot of fun crappie fishing. Yes, Carol, Rusty is very entertaining. There is a tournament next Friday at Lake Norman. Me and Josh is going down. We're going to leave Wednesday evening, go down and fish Thursday, fun fish, and then the tournament Friday. Let me look that up real quick here. This is about my 5th year going down and fishing this tournament, and it's a fun tournament. I think they got right now. They said they had 36 or 37 boats signed up right now, and there's more boats that'll sign up as time goes. Let's see. I got to go. Told you I was running behind tonight. Okay, it is the I'm gonna probably it is the MSG Mark McCowan Bass Fishing Tournament in the honor of WO1 Shane Mullen. Um, he he lost his life in the Air Force Airborne fifth Special Force Group Airborne, and the benefits for his family. They pick one each year, and they pick a, a service member that's lost his life, and they donate the money to the family. And it's Friday, November the 8th. It's at Lake Norman, Queens Landing, Mooresville, North Carolina. First flight is safe light to 3 p.m. It's $80 a boat, $20 big bass. 2-man team. You can fish solo. 5 fish limit, 14 inches. Guys, like I said, this is my 5th, maybe 6th year going down. And it's a very fun tournament. Yes, Travis, it was a very fun day Saturday. I really, really enjoyed it. Travis actually said to me, he looked at me Saturday and he said, "This is the first tournament we've ever fished together." And he said, "We need to do this more often." I was like, "We do. We sure do." Uh, but it was a good time. But if anybody would like to go down to that tournament, I know Bo said he was coming down, him, and I don't know who he ended up getting to come with him. And you know, you can come down Friday and fish the tournament and drive back home Friday night. We'll all be traveling back Friday night, so we can all convoy back. Like I said, I'm going to go down. We're going to go down. Me and Josh are going to leave Wednesday evening after work, drive down and fish Thursday, and then tournament will be Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that tournament. And like I said, it's a very fun tournament. And usually Shaw Grisby's there doing the weigh-in. I don't know if he'll be there this year, but he's always been there the last few years doing the weigh-in. And every once in a while, there might be another pro show up from around the area there. So it's just a good fun time. I'll tell you another thing too. I seen that our Fisher girls, Angela and Trish, went down and fished the Toyota Series, Toyota Owners Series, down at Lake Hartwell. And if you own a Toyota, it's a free entry into that. I got to do some research on that. I may get into that next year. I've always thought about going down and fishing one of those because I've always owned a Toyota, and I think that'd be a fun tournament too. But we'll just have to wait and see what next year. Next year's a long ways away. Okay, we're in 24 minutes into it. Let's do the trivia question. Get Google out. Okay, Jake, you coming? Cool, you're coming down. So Jake just said that me and Bo are going. We will meet you guys down there next Thursday. Good deal, Jake. That'll be fun. We'll have a good time down there. Okay, trivia question. And I've got split screen here. And as soon as I get a comment on my StreamYard, I'm getting it on my Facebook page. So, okay, here it is. What year and where at was the first Skeeter boat built? What year and where at was the first Skeeter boat built? What year and where at was the first Skeeter boat built? John Welch, you win the baits again. John Welch gets the baits again. Well, at least I know the address. The first Skeeter boat was built in 1948 by Holmes Thurman in Shreveport, Louisiana. In 1948 was when the first Skeeter boat was built. They've been building them boats for a long time, guys. Actually, I believe Skeeter's being built longer than Ranger. I think Ranger started in 1960. Let me look that up real quick. I just had that question last week. Yeah, see, they've been building Skeeter boats 20 years longer than they've been building Rangers. Rangers was 1968, and Skeeters is 1948. So, John, I'll get them in the mail tomorrow. I'll go to the post office and drop them in the mail to you. Well, guys, I got me some ribs. A friend of mine, I was coming home, and he said he done some slow cooked ribs for some guys tonight at the house, and he's like, "Hey, I'll give you a batch of them." So I got some slow cooked ribs up there. I'm going to throw in the microwave and warm up. Have me some good ribs tonight for dinner. I got to finish my tub up. And, yep. So next week, guys, make sure you tune in because we're going to have a guest on. I've got to get busy on finding out who I'm going to have, but I've got an idea of somebody to ask for our first show, and we will talk about fishing, or we'll talk about something. And guys, again, I just appreciate everybody coming on here, and this is just a little relaxing time for me on Monday nights, just to sit here and talk fishing, especially coming into winter, because winter's a bad time for me because I can't go fishing as much. And as most of you guys see and know, I am completely ate up with fishing. I'm addicted to it. I love it. It's my passion, and I'm going to keep doing it. And hopefully here I'm hoping within the next month, I can be saying, yes, I'm selling my boat, or no, I'm not selling my boat. I've got to get some stuff taken care of, get a hold of a person, go down and talk to them, and see what happens. But hopefully within the next month, I can say that my Phoenix is up for sale. I can get the bird into a new nest and put me another boat in the garage here. I'm hoping. We'll see. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. If it ain't meant to be, I'll be fishing out of the Phoenix. I love my Phoenix, guys. Don't get me wrong. Phoenix is a wonderful boat. And there ain't nothing wrong with my boat. I just, as much as I fish, I want to keep a newer boat with warranty and stuff like that, because I do too much traveling around and too much fishing to not have a warranty and stuff like that on a boat. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Spread this out. That next week we'll have a bait out for the pizza stop. I won't be giving it away. I don't think I'll be giving it away next week. You never know. So you better get to the pizza stop and get you something to eat and get you a receipt, and be ready for that. And then, like I said, tune in. We'll have a guest. We'll spread the word, and I will see you guys next Monday night at 8 p.m. for another Grubb Cast. Thank you, guys, and good night.